administer the oath. The honorable members of parliament can sit at the table.
I, Lariba Zuweira Abudu,
do in the name of Almighty Allah swear
do in the name of Almighty Allah swear
that the evidence I shall give before this committee
that the evidence I shall give before this committee
touching the matter in issue shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me Allah.
So help me Allah. Inshallah.
Honorable Lariba Zuweira Abudu, on behalf of the committee, I congratulate you on your nominations. You are a member of parliament.
Yeah.
Which is your constituency?
Chairman, Walwale constituency.
Very well.
In the Northeast region.
Member of parliament for Walewale in the Northeast region.
Yes.
Before being elected as a member of parliament, which other public office had you held?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Before being elected as member of parliament, I was an assemblywoman for 3 times, 12 years concurrently. I became the presiding member for West Mamprese municipality. I was a woman organizer. I was a patron of the women's wing. I belong to so many groups.
Right.
And I stood for MPship. This is my 3rd time for contesting the Walwale seat.
Wow, you're a veteran.
A serious veteran.
Right. So in parliament, which committees are you on?
Subsidiary legislature and road and transport committees. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
The president has nominated you as the deputy minister designate for
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Gender, Children and Social Protection. Yes. Tell us a little about that ministry that you know.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Gender, Children and Social Protection is a ministry set back since 19. It was a ministry that was gender for women, and now gender, Department for Women, and now Gender, Children and Social Protection. This ministry mandate is to see that women welfare is being taken off. It's to see that children welfare is being taken off. It's to see that the vulnerable, the disabled in the society welfare are being catered. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Very well, honourable members. Your nominee.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Congratulations.
Thank you,
honorable nominee. You're on your CV, page 3, on your hobbies. I see that volunteering, mobilizing resources for charity work to support the education of children with special needs and to uplift poor smallholder farmers, and then women empowerment, supporting the education and mentorship of female students at all levels of education. I think these are very important hobbies that you have, which will help you in your new ministry. Can you tell us how you are going to take advantage of what you love doing to support your new role as the Deputy Minister for Women and Children Protection?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My hobby as a volunteer lady, I have been in this volunteering for quite a number of years now. I mobilize money by having friends, having dinner, talking to them about the importance of disabled children, about the importance of the vulnerable women, about the importance why we should support these women and children. So most of the charity work that I do and most of the funding comes from philanthropists and friends. So I use the money, especially those disabled farmers. That's where my target is. These farmers are being given some support to do farming. And then also girls in school, those who are brilliant but needy, I support them, pay some of the fees from this money. And then especially those who are, I have 3 children I'm taking care of, who have lost both parents. So I have taken that upon myself, and I'm paying the fees and I'm educating them. So giving me the note, and then at Gender Ministry, there are a lot of interventions that can help salvage these problems. So I will liaise with my minister for her to give me that support, and then we will help these vulnerable people and any vulnerable in society. Thank you.
Yes, Honorable Patricia Peje.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Honorable nominee, congratulations.
Thank you, Mr.
Honorable
Chairman.
Chair, as a matter of principle, I have actually reclused myself from asking my ladies any question, because I want more of our ladies to be promoted into such positions. But I think one of the things that I want to find out from you, my sister, under normal circumstances, some few weeks back, we learned about a woman holding about 5 children who were purported to be Ghanaians. And this woman was identified in the neighboring Togoland. And it's a situation of child theft. What is your ministry going to do to ensure that such practices are really put to a stop? Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. When I get the note, my minister already have a lot of interventions for such cases. I will support her to be able to solve such problems. Thank you.
My second and last question. It's about our manifesto. If I say manifesto, I'm talking about 2016 MPP manifesto, which is carried forward. And it talks about empowerment of women and children's rights. What strategies will be adopted to achieve these things? Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My minister, a very able minister, is working on this issue. I will kindly support her to achieve her said targets. Thank you.
Honorable Biama.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Congratulations, Honorable Zuweira.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
I've looked at your CV. It appears your date of birth is missing. So probably you have to provide that on the CV. You have the name, place of birth, hometown, region, religion.
1966. Yes,
So you
I'll
correct.
update. And let's see what we have.
Yes, you correct it
Thank you. I will do that.
for the records and then
Thank
for
you.
the.
I have my birth
I've seen that you're a trained teacher,
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
and from Tamale Teacher Training College to University of Education, before you moved on to do development studies or University of Development Studies, leadership and development. What does that entail? What is leadership and development all about as a course?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Leadership and development. If you want to develop people in society, you need to have some leadership skills. So when I took the course, I think I learned about how to live with people, how to handle people, and how to use that one to develop the society.
Thank you. I've seen that you probably are still a member of the Domestic Violence Management Board 2018, 2021. So you are still a member?
I'm still,
A member of the
I
Domestic Violence Management Board?
the board has been set aside, so
Okay.
until it's been reconstituted,
This
Mr.
term,
Chairman.
this term has expired.
Yes, please.
Okay. So what do you think are some of the causes of domestic violence?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Domestic violence have a lot of different causes. Some may be emotional, some are physical, others who are psychological, others are just mere fun that turn into domestic violence. So we have environmental factors too that may cause domestic violence. So it cuts across so many definitions. Thank you.
Well, some too are saying that we only hear of domestic violence when it's against women, but some men too suffer domestic violence. Is that true? And what do you think we should do about it?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. It's true. Some men too suffer domestic violence. And then I think we treat each equally. If you make a report, we'll do investigation and then definitely the law will take its own course. Thank you.
Yes, Honorable.
Mr. Chairman, I'm grateful. Honorable Lariba, congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
On your CV, I see that languages spoken and written. You have English, Dagbanli, Mampurli, Wali, Hausa, Twi, and sign language. Sign language. My interest is in sign language. How do you say welcome using the sign language?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Welcome.
Nijari.
Nah.
Mr. Chairman, I want to wish the nominee well. in
Thank
her
you, Mr.
nomination.
Chairman.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, Honorable Ababa.
Congratulations, Hajia.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Hajia, I just want to find out from you the status of the watermelon factory in Wali under 1D1F. Where are we?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We are at 70% complete. Because last month they even brought the machines. So very soon we will see the factory running. Thank you.
And what do you think we must do as a country to open up the entire Northeast region, a newly created region by the president, with all the good intentions? What must we do collectively to open up the area, to curb the rural-urban drift, and also the Kaya menace? Thank you.
Thank you,
Speaking
Mr.
into
Chairman.
the mic.
Chairman, I'm sorry. Very well. I just asked what we should do to open up the entire Northeast region, a newly created region by the president with all the good intentions, and also strategies to curb the rural-urban drift in that area.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Northeast region have a very vast arable land, and I think that the people of Northeast, we have to sell our region, and also planting for food and jobs should be intensified, should increase, so that a lot of youth and young girls will get a job doing. We have to woo a lot of investors because of the arable land that we have. But when we get more investors, more jobs are being created. And most of this urban migration people will definitely go back.
Chairman, I want to use this opportunity to wish you well.
Thank you,
Congratulations.
Mr. Chairman. Thank you.
Okay. Now, leadership from here. In the Northeast region, is that where Gambaga is?
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
What is it that make some people feel, or some people want to ban others to go to what they call the witches' camp? What brings about that?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I would say ignorance and lack of education. because I made this assertion on the floor of Parliament that some of the issues that people are being alleged that they are witches are menopausal syndromes. Most of we, the women, when we are going through the menopausal syndrome, because of the hormonal changes in us, there's a lot of troubles that we go through. Some because of the hot flashes that we get, you behave abnormally. Some too, you start losing your hair. And some even are very noisy, loud. Others don't want people. So these are things that I'm looking at in my own perspective. But actually, it is not of East alone that witchcraft is being situated. We have a lot of them within the country. And I'm going to support my minister so that we see how best we can reintegrate them into back their communities and also give them support to be able to live on their own. Thank you. Poverty is one of the causes.
Very well, I agree. Poverty is one of the causes. But most of the time, it is men who champion the exclusion of certain women. Don't you think that the men deserve education such that they will understand the hormonal changes that occur in women at a certain age?
100%, Mr. Chairman. I would advise my minister we should collaborate with health ministry so that we can give education to men as well, and even the women to understand that at a point in time, your body changes and then you go through certain developments. The hospitals do, but we have to intensify more training. And then some of the men too have been alleged because I visited Gambaja Witch Camp and I saw some 2 men too being alleged and they were also in the camp.
I see. Very well. That's good to know. Maybe when they experience it too, they will understand the challenges of the women who we exclude.
Sure, thank you.
Very well. Thank you for attending upon the House to answer questions. You're
Thank you.
discharged. You will hear from us
Thank
later.
you, Mr. Chairman. God bless you.